What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at ya with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button down below, hit that sub, and flip them notifications over to all. Ding ding, I know. So, we checking out some more ACAL here. Playing some catch up on the vlogs that he's done over the past few months. Not nearly as much catch up as I would have to do with church, but yeah, I wanted to catch up on a couple of his videos as well. I know there's going to be some stuff between ACAL and Upchurch. I know Kurt's looked into it. I haven't gotten to those videos yet, and to be honest with you, I don't want to throw too much opinion out there until I'm watching the videos that they're talking about, mainly because I'm trying to stay out of the sphere of that stuff so I can have an honest reaction. I have an idea of what some other people's opinions are because I've heard it in passing and whatnot, hanging out in different lives and whatnot, while I'm at work. But dude, I'll put it to you this way, because you'll probably see this a lot sooner than you'll see those videos when I finally catch up, and I'll say what's between church and ACAL is between church and ACAL. Like, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm rooting for them because I want to see them both successful, happy, whatever, you know, doing their thing. But I enjoy following them from the aspect of I feel closer to them through YouTube than I do, like, celebrities on TV and whatnot. But, like, to live and die on their shit, just the same as living and dying on celebrity shit, it's just like, bruh, I got my own shit to do too, you know what I mean? So, anyway, this one is from about 3 months ago. ACAL titled it When I Was in Prison, Part 1. So, I love learning these different things from the artists, from the quote-unquote celebrities. That's what I love about YouTubers, is it's just, they don't feel like celebrities to me, man. You know what I mean? Like, they're just people. That's the way I see them. So, I love feeling like you can connect deeper with these guys. And when he shares, like, old stories we heard about what got him put in prison in the first place. Don't quote me, but as I remember it, it was something along the lines of some dude talking shit from a balcony, something or another, for whatever reason. He felt the need to respond. He was young and dumb, as he's put it, and he fucking climbed that goddamn balcony and beat the shit out of the dude and got caught on an assault charge or some shit like that. So, yeah, dude, like, if I remember correctly, now I'm not trying to spread rumors, I'd take it from his mouth before mine, but if that's how I remembered, I mean, we've all had different times. Honestly, I respect that kind of attitude probably more so than growing up more the non-violent way that I did. Because now, in my older life, I'm much more prone to, not just getting reckless fights, but, like, stand up for myself, you know? Versus the way I was raised. So, yeah, man. I'm curious to hear what else he has to teach us about his prison moments. So, let's jump up in it.
Hi, friends! Today we're going to be talking about...
I had to pause it. Y'all know I love when he's like, "Hi, friends!"
Prison! Yeah, prison! And I don't care who you are or how much time you did, prison sucks. And the thumbnail, the picture on this video that you see, is my least favorite picture of all time. I'm a pup in that picture. I'm 28 years old. I got that picture taken when I was in Stateville. And I'm not wearing a yellow polo collared shirt. That is a banana suit, a jumpsuit. It's like a big adult onesie. Also, quick thing to remember, every state and every prison...
Trying to think, because I won't lie, I've been to jail a couple times, all short time, not claiming to be any badass or anything. But I don't think it was jumpsuit. I think all of it was orange pants, orange shirt, nothing fancy. Like it was like wearing canvas and shit.
Is different, and every era, like years, are different, and the rules change and shit like that. So my story is from Illinois prison.
I'm still listening.
In 2008. All right. Now, the very first thing that I learned in prison is put some water on that shit. What do you say? Put some water on that shit. I don't know what you mean. What is water? Put water on Put some water. Flush the toilet.
Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate you.
Flush the toilet.
Sorry, guys. I gotta get my ad blocker back up. God damn it. That's atrocious. Congrats, YouTube. You're fucking up Reactors videos. Appreciate it. Put some water on that shit. I was wondering what the fuck he was talking about. He says, flush the toilet. Alright. Can't say I had that one.
As soon as your little
so what happens when you go to Chicago?
Touches that water, you better flush the toilet. You are in a housing unit around other men or in a cell around another man, and they don't want to smell your shit, right? So as soon as that poop hits the water, you flush the toilet, put some water on that shit. Now, you should ask yourself, why do we at home take a poop at take number 2, and we sit there and we bask and marinate in our musk, in our scent, and that's disgusting. So even in my own home to this day, you will hear me, if I can smell it, I'm saying, yo, put some water on that shit, and everyone in my household knows what the fuck that means.
When prison scars you so bad, and I say that because, like, probation, a little bit of the jail time, like, there's just certain shit that you learn in isolation. Again, I full respect, it was all short time for me, but it's funny how that environment just shapes you differently. I don't know how else to describe it. It just, the shit sticks with you, I guess. No pun intended on what he's talking about.
Second thing that I learned very fast is in that yellow jumpsuit that you see me wearing in the thumbnail, when I walked into the prison that I was going to do my bid in, all you hear is, on the new! And I'm with a group of other bananas walking with me, on the new! Fuck you, I'm going to beat your fucking motherfucker! And it's crazy. I enjoyed when new guys came in because I would be one of the guys screaming, on the new! Fuck you, motherfucker! Beat you, fuck. I took pride in the fact that I wasn't on the new anymore. One of the most important things in prison is commissary, the store, where you go.
Yo, it's funny how quickly they can, like, brainwash you into, you know what I mean? Like, once you're on the outside, you kind of look back on it, it's like, everybody thinks you're such a badass being in there, but it's like, are you really a badass, though? Or are you just a fuck-up? Because the honest truth is, like, I look back on it, and I wouldn't change anything in my life by any means, but is it something I'm proud of that I went to jail? Nah, bro, like, I don't know if I'm necessarily, I don't know how to put it. I don't necessarily agree with the shit I got in trouble for. I'm not saying I would do it again, but I don't necessarily, it's hard to explain. I guess basically what my problem is kind of what you hear a lot of more liberal people talking about nowadays, and I kind of look at it and I kind of understand, like, the prison industrial system. Just like the military industrial complex. Like, there's shit that rich people have designed to just get you to do what they want you to do. And just because it's written in a law book doesn't mean that it should be considered the law of man. I don't agree with that. Because there's a lot of rules that are not enforced for good reason, because cops have common sense. And there's some shit that isn't even written that should be. So, you know, like, I don't know. The law just, to me, is not a right and wrong thing. Like, right and wrong is different than the law.
Get your products and your food and shit that's your own personal stuff. And you might be like, how?
Oh, and so that's not so confusing. I guess what I was getting at with that is, to me, I think the prison system is there to make money. it's not there to rehabilitate people. The reason why there's privatization of prisons, I mean, anything government does is for profit too. So keep that in mind, even if it's a public system, that's still a for-profit system. They're justifying the use of your tax dollars. What do you think tax dollars are? Dollars, profit.
How do you do that? Okay, so commissary, people put money on your books. What are your books? Your books is like a checking account through the state that you have, and your family, your people at home, civilians will send you some money so you can get shit like for yourself that's like good shit, halfway decent shit, because the state just gives you a pair of
it feels like fucking lottery. Like commissary, I can't remember what we called it in jail, but like to have money in jail versus not having money in jail makes a huge fucking difference. Like whether or not you just eat the bullshit slop that's got chemicals put in it to keep you calm, or if you get to buy like junk food or stuff that you would have on the outside that kind of like makes it halfway tolerable. I don't know. It's just until you've lost your freedom completely and been locked up in a cell for even 24 hours, like you don't understand what that's like. But I'd imagine like long timers that are there for like more than 365, like at a certain point you probably get used to it, which I don't know if I ever want to know what that feels like. So
freaking ninja kickers, like these little slippers and some bullshit, and if you ain't got no money on your books, you're popped, Popped. Now I didn't get sent a lot of money, but the money that I got sent, I would gamble and I would get more money, not money like you're thinking. So we would use commissary. Every Tuesday we fill out a sheet.
You trade cigarettes, trade whatever. I mean, we didn't have that because that's more of a long timer thing. Like short timers don't necessarily. You can kind of trade lunch shit and stuff. We did like minor level shit of that, but I get what he's talking about because I know people who've been to prison and shit. Like, it depends on the prison you go to, but like a lot of them were like cigarettes and shit. But you have your own currencies, so commissary is kind of a way that you can increase that, and depending on the prison you go to, I mean, shit. From what I've heard, there's a lot of drugs in a lot of them. And the COs participate.
Cakes, you can get tuna packs, you can get beef packs, you can get like chipotle sauces and like fucking peanut butter, powdered milk, all this stuff. So you come back with a big sack from the store, you're feeling good, yeah, fuck yeah, and then
you get your ass kicked.
You can use that shit as money. That's your money in the joint. So like when we're gambling on a Saturday or Sunday, we're playing spades. We're playing $5-10 a game. That shit adds up real quick. And I thought I knew how to play spades until I lost about a couple $100. These dudes are gangsters in there with spades. So if you say you could play spades and you've never been to prison, I know you don't know how to play spades. Spades in prison is like an Olympic sport. It's like a gladiator coliseum sport. Everyone's watching. You're sitting there, bang, bang, throwing these cards on the table, and your knuckles are bleeding, right? And you're smacking these things on the table, and they're whizzing, and they're like hitting another guy across the room, and it's really intense. And the most fights happen playing basketball or spades. Yardbird, yardbird, yardbird. That's chicken, fried chicken.
Started exercising
Holy
and quit
fuck,
after 3
bro.
days. I have too. But then I found this app.
Every once in a blue moon, they would serve fried chicken, and everyone in the joint went to Chow Hall for fried chicken. Also, tons of guys would steal it, so anytime they had fried chicken, you'd be on the track, and you'd see everyone face down, 15 dudes that work in the kitchen, and they're shaking them down, and they're taking all the chickens that they stole from them. You just hear a lot of weird shit that you never hear, like, in just your normal life. Like, amor. I always hear these dudes be like, amor. And I'll be like, what the fuck? It's the Latin Kings. It's gang shit. They're just like, it's how they greet each other. It used to piss me off. When I was bad at spades, I keep going back to spades because I am so competitive, and I got to the point where whatever, I was really good. And they would call me a stang. Like, man, you a stang. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you a stang, like, you're garbage, you're trash. Like, you're a lick. Like, we're about to take all your shit. Or we call it, man, I'm about to put you in the trunk. Like, we're just sitting there. I mean, these cards. I am not playing with you when I tell you the shit that you see at a spades table in prison is crazy. But we'd be like, bro, we're about to put you in the trunk, and the trunk is like, you're about to owe us a shit ton of money, so you better call your people. Visitation. I got visitation one time, and then I took my list and told them I don't want anyone coming to see me no more. I got visitation one time. All my guys came to see me. I go in. They're like, no, you come this way. I go in this other room. It's a CO. We didn't call them COs. We call them cops. So there's a cop in the other room, and you have to get butt naked. I'm talking booty, butt naked, socks off, everything off. You have to bend over, spread your cheeks. They're hitting you with this flashlight, this mag flashlight. You can feel the heat on your ass from that thing. And these guys are taking enjoyment in this shit. And then you got to lift your sack and do all this squat and cough. And dude, when after that, I wanted to hurt this person, this CO. And I went and see my people. I didn't bring that up. And then when they left, I left, and they got to check you again just in case your people tried to give you some shit. And I had to do that again. And after I left, and I walked back to my unit, I will never ever get another visitation again, because I'm gonna fight one of these cops for violating me like that. I'm gonna leave it at this one, on this one right here. So,
dude, that sounds emasculating as fuck, and like, just, I mean, I'd like to try to, like, be devil's advocate and understand from the other side, but that's just... For an assault charge, dude. That's your prisons. Tell me that system's working.
So, this is what I learned, I think, the most in prison. There's nowhere to run. You gotta deal with yourself. You can't just call and go home. You're there every day. So you got to immerse yourself in that and be in that life to thrive, or you're gonna get beat on. And I don't mean that in a physical sense. I mean that in a mental, sense. You have to completely immerse yourself in prison. Forget about the outside world, because the outside world's gonna keep on moving without you. So better yourself. Deal with yourself. You cannot hide from all the shit that all your demons and all your everything in your life is there with you, and it ain't going nowhere. You're stuck with it. So you are forced to deal with your...
In other words, you are the problem. Dealt with that on the outside, so I mean, I get it.
Yourself. I would look at myself in the mirror. All right, motherfucker, let's go. I never want to go back. Pray to God, I never want to go back. But I thrived in prison and bettered myself, and it made me a better man. It made me a man. And I didn't have to do a lot of time. I was already short time when I got there, a year and a half. There's guys in there 20, 30 years, their whole life. They could do that in their sleep. Like, I was short time when I got there, but still, it opened up my eyes to a lot of things. Year and a half gone from your family in a place that you never thought you'd ever be, especially for fighting. Like, get the fuck out of here. And anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys all kinds of the funniest stories and all the shit that I got into in there when I was gone, and just more stuff in the comments. Tell me what you think. I love you guys. If you stayed long enough, also, my first album of the year is a country album, full country album, just country.
Just checked out that song, Walk Through.
I love you guys. Tell me what you want to hear. I love you guys. Happy New Year, all the bullshit. Oh, wait.
Thank you, Mike. The best part is I hear my left ear exactly where he leaned to. Thank you, Mike. Mike, you've made ACAL a lot of money, sir. Made ACAL a lot of money by being his slogan. Thank you, Mike. Oh, I fucking love that shit. I fucking love that shit, man. Sorry. Geek out on the dumbest shit. You wonder why I love watching these guys. They get to be a personality that you can associate with so much, you know? Now he got me getting the hiccups. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so, yeah, dude, prisons, I don't know. I know a lot of people support that system, but as I get older, I'm starting to realize, like, obviously we need some sort of punishment system. I don't necessarily disagree with that, especially for severe crimes. I mean, personally, I'm kind of one of those people that believes death should be punishable by death. You know, fuck your eye for an eye bullshit. Like, none of that shit ever made any sense to me. Like, oh, it's in the Bible. Yeah, well, some people just should fucking die because they're not going to figure out society. But anyway, regardless, we're not going to get into a whole political thing about that. Yeah, prisons aren't big. I don't think they rehabilitate the way we wish they would. I think a lot of the time they create worse people. And then there's other people that seem to have benefited from it, like AKL did, you know, as far as, you know, he doesn't ever want to go back there. So, I mean, to that extent, it obviously worked for him. So, if y'all like this reaction video, please be sure to smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, subscribing. Yay, ding ding. I'm gonna do that the first couple times with this new the new GIF, whatever you want to call that goddamn thing. I forget what those things are called, but hopefully it looks more professional for you guys. But yeah, so I really do appreciate y'all being here. Please check out AKL's page if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.